it is our honor to present the limited edition and exclusive fine-tuned motherboard Golden Board. We have created the ultimate in motherboard luxury for our customers in this special fine-tuned Golden Board, which will bring you an unrivaled computing experience. We have taken many strides in preparing this next generation motherboard, and we are pleased with the outcome. We are sure you will be too. We take pride in our product quality, and we stand by it.
Hello, Summoners, and welcome to another night of GPL action. I am Akno.
And I'm Sizen, and we'll be your shoutcasters for tonight. Tonight we'll be featuring the Bangkok Titans against the Manila Eagles, and I'm sure this will be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be a very David and Goliath matchup. But we do have to remember that the Bangkok Titans came out with a win last time they played Manila Eagles, right?
Yeah, so there are definitely no pushovers.
Right. So tonight's going to really come down to how teams work together.
And how well they can execute their strategies.
It's going to be really interesting to see how the picks and bans goes.
Yeah.
Because we'll be able to kind of see, like, what are they planning and how are people going to go and make big plays. So
yeah, I'm sure it'll be a fun match.
And so here's the tournament schedule here. Tonight for Game 1, we've got the Manila Eagles versus the Bangkok Titans.
And for Game 2, we have the Kuala Lumpur Hunters versus the Bangkok Titans.
And tomorrow, Manila Eagles will be playing again versus the Saigon Jokers.
And it'll be the world champions, the Taipei Assassins versus the Saigon Jokers, who also qualified for the world championships.
Yep, those world champs.
Yeah.
They're forced to be reckoned with, aren't they?
Yeah.
But as we're just waiting here now for some of the teams to get set up, and hopefully pretty soon we'll go ahead and get into the pick and ban phase.
So for now, we'd like to thank our sponsors, ECS Motherboards, BenQ, Power Color, Steel Series Professional Gaming Gears, official hardware partner PC Works, and our official venue partner Pacific Esports.
And we also want to take a look at this promo here we got, the Spider Queen Elise.
She's out now for 200 RP. Buy her now.
Buy her now. She's pretty strong. Have
Yeah,
you seen some of her gameplay?
Yeah, I've played her, and she's a very fun champion to play.
Yep. And also we want to take a look. Headmistress Fiora is out from November 3rd to the 9th.
For only 120 RP. Buy it now.
And Halloween ward skins. Now these are really interesting. They'll change the look of your skins in game, as you can see on this list here.
I personally enjoy the Tomb Angel ward. I think it's really good.
Yeah, and I like that Deadfall ward.
Yeah. So tonight in our GPL Watch and Win, our prize is Iron Solari Leona plus 1 rune page. The first 15 summoners with the correct answer unedited will win a code. So watch out for this after the game.
Yep, and this is only for the summoners located on the PH server. And we're still waiting. So how do you think this match is going to play out?
Well, this might be biased, but personally, I'm rooting for our very own Manila Eagles.
Right.
But, knowing the last time they played, we can't say that the Bangkok Titans are a bunch of pushovers because they were able to come out with a win.
Mm-hmm.
That proves that they are very capable of pulling out big plays.
Right. Well, I feel like there's always going to be the underdog, but I mean, look at TPA. They were the underdog in the World Championships, right? And I remember seeing a graph, and they were the votes based on who people thought were going to win. And I remember TPA didn't have that many votes.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they shocked the world. And so, I mean, Bangkok Titans, they always have the opportunity to come out and win games. No one should count them out.
I believe they came out with their second win against the Kuala Lumpur Hunters, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. And I think it really just comes down to, I mean, most of these teams are very new.
Yeah.
They're very new to the game in general. And it takes time to get the team synergy down, to get strats down. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. That's not something that can happen
definitely
quickly.
not. Chemistry is talent is one thing, but chemistry is a big factor, especially in a game such as League of Legends.
Right. Most people you ask solo queue, you can be a solo queue star, but when it comes to team actually coming
tournaments,
tournaments, it's a
all
whole
about the
different story.
teamwork.
Right. So it's just like it just comes down to basically how the team, the synergy with the team,
how well they execute their strategies.
Mm-hmm. And we're still waiting.
Yeah.
So why are you shoutcasting tonight?
Well, I've always wanted to shoutcast. I just kept bugging GM Prince about it.
Oh,
and how about you?
Well, I'm a PH League of Legends player also. I came from NA, and I just started streaming, and actually one of the guys in charge here saw me streaming and how I commentate my games, so I got invited here to take a stab at shoutcasting.
Well, that's pretty interesting. I also used to play in the NA server before I transferred to the PH server, and yeah, playing online, I just met them. And currently, I'm the manager of Team Nirvana DK, so...
Team Nirvana DK. What is that also a League of Legends team?
Yeah, League of Legends team.
League of Legends team.
We participated in the Pinoy Gaming Festival.
That was just recently, right?
Yeah, like October 27 to 28.
Oh, a few days ago?
Yeah.
How'd you guys do?
Well, I'm glad to say that we were able to come out with a win.
Come out with a win?
I'm so proud of them.
And here we are. Teams are arranging now. And as you can see, we've got the normal roster for MLE. MLE Misery in the jungle, Rabengat support, Kaigu their AP carry, VYY their AD carry, and Snoy as their top.
Yeah.
And do you know much about the roster for BKT?
Not much.
Not much. And I believe we're playing on the CEA server, right?
Yeah, the
C server,
Singapore Malaysia server.
Mm-hmm. So that's why it might be taking a little bit longer, just for things to get set up, for everybody to connect, since we are doing basically cross server connections here. And as we get everybody settled in, I'm just curious too to just take a look at. Can we see the runes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what everybody comes out with as far as masteries and their rune setups go, because sometimes you can really see some interesting rune setups.
Yeah, besides how they play the game, how they set up their runes and masteries are also a big factor of deciding an outcome, whether a win or a loss.
Especially, well, I think it's more so in the early phase of the game.
Yeah.
You know, some people do some interesting things with their runes, like they'll go for a little bit of extra magic penetration or a little bit of extra armor penetration, but generally we see the same thing on certain carries or jungles. Yeah. But every once in a while you get to see unique
setups right, that catch you off guard.
Yep. And whether or not you're a firm believer in the early game rune setup, sometimes they do give you that small advantage. And a lot of times early game can be a deciding factor in a game.
You know the saying, win lane, win game. The laning phase is very important.
Yep. Especially more so for certain lanes than others. So, you know, if the top lane tends to get
snowball a lot.
Yeah. Then that top lane champion can be pretty hard to deal with later on.
Yeah, if you whoever gets and here we are with the picks and bans.
Yep, here we are. Everybody connecting here. We're going to be seeing the bans first. And first ban is Blitzcrank. Pretty popular ban, I'd say.
Well, personally, Blitzcrank is a really strong champion. Their hook, that hook.
That hook.
Yeah. Can decide a match.
Second ban, Rengar.
A very strong champion in my opinion. I'd even go far as to say that it's overpowered.
The ultimate. The
ultimate, the stealth, that jumping from the bush, the sustain, the burst.
And Maokai, another common ban, the jungle.
A very strong jungler.
Very strong jungler. Early ganks.
Fast, clear, good ganks, and that ultimate, really useful team buff.
There's Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate, another strong carry.
Oh, they decided to ban Kaigu's Twisted Fate.
Twisted Fate, yeah, he does some.
Yeah,
big
he's
plays
a very good Twisted Fate. I recall Twisted Fate being one of his favorite champions.
Yep.
And Twisted Fate brings a lot of global presence and
right.
such.
We got Malphite ban, another common ban.
A very strong initiator.
Very strong initiation. The tankiness he offers.
And very good against AD-based champions.
Mm-hmm. And there's Shen. Shen, another common ban.
With that global ultimate,
global ult, yep.
It can turn a losing fight into a winning fight just by teleporting in.
And he's a very good split pusher.
Yeah,
same with TF. I mean, they both can be in a different lane and
then suddenly they can back up their team once the team fight comes around.
Yep. And we're gonna see who MLE chooses for their first pick tonight. It'll be interesting to see what they grab first. Any guesses? Are they taking a support or are they taking an AD champion first?
Well, Oriana is open.
Oriana is open, yeah, she is.
And she's a very strong AP mid. That utility, that ultimate.
And Skarner.
And they choose Emily Misery Skarner.
Yep, Skarner. Misery, very known for good Skarner play, good Skarner ganks.
Yes.
I mean, just in general.
And Skarner, very strong ganks, especially after he reaches level 6 with that ultimate Impale.
I think a lot of people are very scared of Skarner's ultimate. Especially when he's got all his movement speed. And
the Bangkok Titans appear to be picking Graves. Personally, he's my favorite champion.
Out of all the champions? Favorite?
Yeah, I main AD carry.
Nice.
He has good burst.
And a Karthus.
Oh, but they're switching to Vayne.
Karthus. Another scary
one of the scariest late game AP carries. Just keep farming and come late game, almost unstoppable.
His ultimate's definitely something you have to watch out for, especially if you're low. Ganks can turn into Karthus team's favor, you know.
Yeah, and BKT also picked Vayne, which I'd say is one of the scariest late game AD carries, especially with her silver bolts that deals percentage true damage.
Yep, and there's Lulu,
a very strong support, lots of utility. Crowd control, poke, buffs.
I'd say Lulu's early game harass is one of her most annoying things. You know, she can just sit in a bush and just keep sending, what is it, picks or something?
Picks.
Yeah, picks.
Her pixie.
Her pixie, and she can just keep poking at you.
And come team fight, she's also pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
Their crowd control and her ultimate.
It'll be interesting to see who MLE takes to use Lulu's ultimate on, because she could use it on Skarner, but it's just going to be interesting to see.
And Emily picks Ezreal. Ezreal being one of VYY's favorite AD carries. Very good poke.
Mobility.
The mobility, the global ultimate. A pretty strong pick at the current metagame.
Now on the C servers, are they up to date with NA? Have they taken away the debuff from his W?
Yes, I believe they've taken away the debuff from his Essence Flux, which I believe is a very strong nerf, because back then when he had the attack speed debuff, Ezreal would almost always win trades.
1v1s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Mundo.
Yeah, a very strong jungler, fast clear, strong ganks, tanky.
And we've got a Teemo with
Teemo
Surge.
pick.
I don't think
is this
Teemo
a serious
Surge.
pick?
No, I don't think so. Surge Teemo.
Are they serious? Yorick. A very strong top laner. Very good to sustain and very annoying. Such a bully in lane.
Snowy taking Nidalee. I'm almost sure that Snowy's going to take Nidalee, just because he plays very well with Nidalee.
Nidalee is one of his favorite champions, and back when we used to play together, it was one of the champions he was best known for.
Mm-hmm.
A very good split pusher as well, Nidalee.
And we're going to see here who the AP mid is going to be. I'm going to see who's going to be picked to counter Karthus here.
Anivia.
This looks familiar. I recall Karthus and Anivia matchups in the World Championships.
Yeah. Oh wait, Lux.
Lux.
I recall SK Gaming's Ocelot playing Lux in the World Championships.
One of the craziest things I've seen is Jungle Lux.
Jungle Lux.
Jungle Lux. Yeah.
Really?
I remember in the start of the game, I was like, why Jungle Lux? And then later on, I found out Jungle Lux is pretty strong.
Oh, and support Lux is also pretty strong, as shown by Azubu Frost's Mad Life.
Mm-hmm.
Really uses unconventional supports, but plays them really, really well.
Now let's see who Bangkok Titans' last pick is. It's going to be the support for the team. So to go with Vayne, it could be Nunu. Yeah, it could be Nunu.
Yeah, Nunu's the obvious option.
Nunu or... I don't really see
There's
other
also
picks for
Janna. Janna's also a good support that goes along with Vayne.
Let me take a look here at... I'm just curious to see what Yorick has for runes. Let's just wait for this last pick here.
Let's see.
Then we got
Sona.
Sona.
Very strong all-around support. She has poke, sustain, utility, and that ultimate.
I'm almost surprised that Sona wasn't picked with Ezreal, because that's a very common combination at bot lane.
Well, I believe that Emily is trying to go for a poke strategy. They have Lux, Lulu, Ezreal, and Nidalee, which are very good at poking.
Mm-hmm. And they do have the hard initiator for Skarner, where they can just
grab someone.
Right. But we can see Vayne here taking cleanse, which is very common for Vayne. So if Skarner happens to target Vayne, she can just cleanse out of it.
Yeah. And BKT's lineup is more on... It has better AoE in my opinion. With Karthus, he deals tons of AoE damage. Sona with that ultimate. And Yorick goes pretty well with Vayne, don't you think?
Yeah, the ultimate on Vayne is really
gives
gonna help
Vayne
them
a
out.
second chance.
Not only that, but just they have to really watch out. Emily really has to watch out for when Karthus dies.
Yeah.
Whoever Yorick decides to cast his ultimate on, because once they die, they're going to be... So they're basically going to have two sources of damage after two of their members are gone.
Yeah.
So it's something Emily's
personally,
really
late game, I think BKT might have the slight advantage because of Vayne and Karthus,
and that
two of the
Yorick
scariest late game carries.
And again, guys, we just want to let you know that Elise has been released. You can buy her now for 200 RP or 6,300 IP.
And also, Headmistress Fiora is also out for 120 RP. Buy it now.
And again, the Halloween ward skins. This is good until the end of November for you guys. You can change the look of your wards. Maybe it'll make you buy more wards.
Also, from November 1 to 7, Zombie Brand is out for 500 RP.
This is a very cool skin.
Yeah, very good special effects.
Yep.
Like a real zombie.
New particles and everything. I think when he dies, too, he actually goes into a grave and his hand sticks out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And his walk animation, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing now is zombie craze, actually. Everything's zombie.
Zombie apocalypse.
But I did want to take a look here. Let's just see what Yorick's running for runes. Yep, and as we can see here, he's got some magic resist.
Yeah. Magic resist both flat and scaling. Physical damage, which is natural in Yorick since his skills, they scale off of attack damage.
Mm-hmm. And
armor is a very common rune choice for seals.
Do you think Nidalee took something interesting just because she's going against Yorick? She's got the armor pen.
Apparently we're gonna see Bruiser Nidalee.
Yep.
Because Nidalee is one of the most versatile champions in the game. Can be played both AP, Bruiser. Yeah.
She's got that magic resist there, I think, to deal with some of doesn't Yorick's some of his abilities scale off AP? Or is it just purely physical? The only skill of Yorick that scales out of ability power would be his W, which is I believe it's the slow. Mm-hmm. Oh, Vayne actually switched to heal. She didn't go with the cleanse. Which will be interesting.
Yeah.
I figured she'd stick with the cleanse just because of the Skarner ult.
And also because in lane there's Lulu's Whimsy, which, depending on the skin, turns the target champion into a little critter.
And Karthus. We're about 40 minutes to get into the game here. Karthus running with 8.5 Magic Pen.
Very standard runes for ability power carries. I believe in the entire metagame of AP carries, runes have generally stayed the same except for the glyphs. They've changed to magic resist glyphs to better make AP carries durable during the laning phase.
Yep. And we're about to start here in just a couple seconds.
And here we go.
Nice Shyvana background there.
Yeah. Shyvana, one of my favorite junglers. Especially when paired up with the Orianna.
So do you think we're gonna see Bangkok Titans go into MLE's jungle, considering Skarner's very dependent on the blue buff?
Well, I believe that the Bangkok Titans can counter jungle because Mundo, a very strong counter jungler, and Sona that poke. But of course, I believe that MLE has the advantage of early game crowd control with that Lux Bind, Skarner has a slow, and Lulu's Whimsy.
We got a game pause here.
Possible technical difficulties. So summoners, we'd like to apologize. You cannot cleanse suppression. It can only be cleansed via
Quicksilver
Sash.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my mistake there. So maybe we'll see some do you think we'll see some Quicksilver Sashes then? At least on Vayne?
Yeah, I believe Vayne will take Quicksilver Sash to counter that Skarner ultimate.
Now here we go. Let's see.
They're going to the mid lane.
Summoner's Rift.
And Lux spotted there. Ping's going out.
And the two teams are sizing each other up, trying to anticipate their enemies' moves.
We're going to see here if counter jungling does take place or not. I'm sure Nidalee's laid some traps. There's a ward here down by the Wraith camp.
Here we see Ezreal starting to poke on Sona.
Did they actually got that ward?
Yeah, they were able to take down that ward.
Nice job by MLE there.
And they have another ward up at near the Wraiths of the purple team.
Yeah. And another game pause. So I don't, because I think the ward was destroyed there, I don't think Bangkok's going to go for any
counter jungling.
Any aggressive counter jungling here.
And summoners, please tune in to our GPL Watch and Win. Tonight's prize is Iron Solari Leona plus 1 rune page. The first 15 summoners with the correct answer, non-edited, will win a code.
And just remember, this is for the Philippine viewers only.
Yes.
I think we're having some connection problems. Some got
technical difficulties.
Yeah, disconnected and reconnected here.
Would you like to take this time to shout out to anybody?
Just like to shout out to everybody tuning in right now from all over. Also, if you guys have the chance, just go ahead and check out my stream at twitch.tv/Acno. How about you?
I'd like to give a shout out to Aki, Bing, and Len, and Team Die Trying from Iloilo City.
I think Bing was here last
Yeah,
week,
he was the shoutcaster last time. The Saigon Jokers versus Emily.
Mm-hmm.
A summoner has disconnected.
Yep.
And I believe Bangkok is facing some technical difficulties at the moment.
You're disconnecting. So hopefully we can get this game underway for you guys soon.
So for now, we'd like once again to thank our sponsors, ECS Motherboards, BenQ, Power Color, Steel Series Professional Gaming Gear, PC Works, our official hardware partner, and our official venue partner, Pacific Esports.
This is definitely one of the cons of playing from country to country.
Yeah.
You know, you can't always have the internet working in your favor or the technical side of things.
Lag. But I believe that BKT might possibly run 2-top.
Just against Italy?
Yeah, against Italy. To try to shut down, because Snoy is a really good Italy player,
Right.
so they may try to 2v1 him in an attempt to shut him down.
One of the interesting things, though, is if you run that 2v1 strat, if you choose to run that up top, what are the things that you risk as far as, say you get an early turret down?
I believe that if you run 2v1 top, one of the main things you risk is dragon control, because there'll be less players on your side to defend the enemy for dragon fights.
And it also it does free up those two champions to kind of roam a little bit.
Yes, after they break down the top tower
first
fast.
tier tower, yep. But the only problem is, what if, sometimes it gives the other side time to free farm,
Yeah.
And if they get snowballed out with the free farm and nothing happens due to the roaming. Then
But personally, I feel that BKT can pull off a 2v1 at bot with Yorick, because Yorick really good sustain.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. We're going to be back in the game here.
I'm sorry for the wait. The two teams still sizing each other up.
And we'll probably see. Yep, the jungle will be starting in just about 5 seconds here. As Wraith spawn.
So the BKT, apparently they won't counter jungle anymore because the ward earlier got destroyed. Ezreal
There's
doing some
Ezreal.
counter jungling.
Yep, he actually took that.
Yeah.
He got that.
Was that the big Wraith, I believe?
Yeah, he got the big Wraith
And
there.
here we have Emily. They're going to attempt to counter jungling against Bangkok.
MLE going in.
The leash by Kaigu.
And as you see, actually Ezreal is top. So even if they do the 2 top.
So apparently Emily read the strategy of Bangkok Titans.
So it is going to be the 2v2 lane up top.
Very good on their part for adapting really fast.
Mundo's got his red.
And he finds he has
no
lost
blue.
his blue.
Yep. Some poke here down by Sona and Vayne.
VYY poking Sona.
VYY's up there by himself. Ezreal doesn't have Lulu just yet.
Who do you believe will win this matchup between Yorick and Nidalee?
I mean, they both have great sustain.
Yeah, with Nidalee's heal.
They both do. I don't know. I think it's going to come down to a skill match.
Skill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
here we might see an early gank by Dr. Mundo.
Yeah,
and here, Dr. Mundo coming in for an early gank against Emily Snoy.
Snoy blows his flash, ignited.
But he manages to come out alive.
Mundo staying in there. Throwing out some cleavers. Which luckily she
I think he
gets him
should
with
go
a trap.
back now.
Unfortunately, though, Snoy does not have a flash anymore.
So that leaves him very open to gank.
And he is staying in there.
And Mundo, I think, zoning out Snoy to give Yorick an advantage in terms of CS.
Yep. And Skarner's kind of low to help out here at all, so... Well, Dr. Mundo's finally backed off, but unfortunately, Snoy is not... He's at a disadvantage right now with full health and full mana Yorick.
He's down on farm.
Yep.
But not by much. I believe Yorick wasn't able to properly take advantage of that situation.
Still some poke here going down by Sona. This is actually a really good poke versus poke up here at top.
I believe that Emily is an advantage here in terms of poke, because Ezreal, very good poke. And Lulu with that Glare Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here
there it is. Oh, Lulu taking some heavy damage there.
Tons of damage.
I think the silver bolts and the... Did she get power corded by Sona too? Because that was some big burst right there.
I believe she got power corded by Sona.
Sona pretty low on mana here. And how's Mid doing? Mid looks pretty... Well, actually, MLE's Kaigu's about 10 CS ahead.
Yeah. He's a very good
very
farmer.
Good at farming, yeah. His
very
farming
fast.
mechanics very well.
One of the best things about Emily Kaigu is how strong he is mechanically. And here we see Emily Snoy pushing bottom lane.
This is the advantage that Nidalee has
Yeah.
over Yorick. Her range auto attack, yeah.
And one of the disadvantages of Yorick is, despite the fact that he has great sustain, he has very poor clear time. His only AoE skill is his slow.
Mm-hmm. And definitely when Nidalee hits 6, she can just clear it. She can clear the lane
Yeah,
very
with her
quickly.
Cougar form.
Right. And as we see here at top, it looks like everybody's
just farming for now.
Farming for now, and MLE's doing well in the farming phase.
Yeah.
They're ahead of everyone, it looks like. Even Skarner versus Mundo.
Even Skarner's ahead in CS.
Even Lulu versus Sona. Lulu's ahead too by 1.
By 1.
Some wards being bought here by the supports.
Well,
and
apparently,
junglers.
despite the CS advantage, BKT not being so far behind in terms of gold.
Yeah, they're only 200 gold down. We'll see Ezreal going back here. Just going to go by. It looks like Yorick.
And we see Emily Kaigu at mid, pushing the lane.
Pushing his lane.
One of the biggest advantages of Lux, in my opinion, is that laser. That long-range laser that...
her ultimate.
Yeah. Can be used to back up other lanes without Lux straying too far from her own lane.
And as we see here, though, Karthus is 6, so globally, the team MLE has to know that, the ultimate is a threat. So they have to be careful about ganks and trades, etc. Just because Karthus presence.
They should be careful because that ultimate can turn disadvantageous situation into an advantageous one.
Lulu taking some more poke.
Rebenga should be more careful, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he's letting himself get poked down
a little bit too much. Nice.
Oh, and a nice flash by BKT Leia, dodging that
laser. That laser would have killed her.
Yeah,
would have killed Karthus there. That would have been first blood too. I'm surprised there hasn't been much action besides bot and mid so far.
So I think the teams are just trying to
really farm it out right now,
which I believe is to Emily's disadvantage. BKT having the superior late game lineup.
Sona still taking it to Lulu there.
Yeah. Rebenga really should be more careful. Here we could see some...
Here we go. 3 people helping Karthus get blue here. They realize how much he depends on blue.
Yeah, a Karthus with blue is a happy Karthus. Can just keep spamming his layways to farm.
Yep. VYY.
Oh,
and here comes
ultimate.
the Karthus ultimate. Lulu is able to survive that.
Rebenga was lucky there.
Just a smidge of health. About 40 health.
40 HP.
Luckily, Lulu shielded just in time. If she wouldn't have shielded, she would have been dead. Mid just farming away here. Lux is still ahead of Karthus, and here comes a gank by Mundo.
Yeah, Mundo here.
But it's warded. Skarner probably going to give Lux blue here.
In Vayne just getting a lot of free farm right here.
Yeah, this is really good. That gave Vayne a chance to catch up.
But yeah, Emily VY is still ahead in CS by 4.
Just by 4.
And he has that Phage, which I believe Emily Snoy going at BKT.
But look at the damage that Yorick is able to deal out.
Yes.
And that was just a couple abilities.
And here we see Mundo counter jungling Skarner.
Skarner.
Emily
Let's
Misery catching him.
And the slow from Skarner.
Are we gonna see Nidalee going to back up?
Nidalee just backing away.
Yorick harassing too much.
Yorick's pressured her too much.
But BKT having the advantage here. Emily Misery being deprived of his red buff, which is really good for ganking. That true damage, that's slow.
It's good for Skarner, but just because he does have an ability that slows is a great thing.
Yeah.
And we should see Skarner coming in to do some ganks here now that he's level 6.
The Bangkok Titans have to watch out for that level 6 that Impale.
I don't know if Yorick's the best lane to gank here, only because of that ultimate that he has. So yeah, you can see Skarner, he's just warding. He's got the nice little ward skin, the ghost.
Pretty risky to gank Yorick because he's not taking that much damage. He's actually at full HP.
Yeah. Top lane, pretty even so far. Farming away. Karthus still with his blue buff. He's able to farm.
Right now, not much action going on.
2 junglers. Mundo's got his oracles, so he can start getting rid of those wards. Which just will give them more map control.
Yeah.
We might even see them considering Dragon eventually, now that they've got that cleared.
Yeah, wards are a very strong item in this game. They provide a lot of map control, vision. Yeah, being able to see your enemy, it's a huge help to your team.
And Snoy's he's pretty low on mana here because he has to keep healing from Yorick's harass.
Yeah.
But luckily he's got that chalice, which should give him some mana regen.
But Yorick apparently just bullying Snoy.
Yeah.
Out of farm.
Yorick's got his Tear of the Goddess too, so he's got a good supply of mana regen coming in.
And here we might see
these two are gonna clash right in front of each other. Miss Cleaver.
Cleaver.
Skarner's got his oracles now too. Yeah, everybody's rocking the ward skins right now.
The ghost.
Yeah, the ghost. And there's a ward there. And let's see. Yeah, Karthus' ult is up. Another thing everybody's got to be careful of. I think it's easy to forget that Karthus is globally present everywhere.
Yeah, because of that ultimate that deals a lot of damage.
Here comes Skarner. No, he's just clearing a ward right now. Might return
and
to try
Mundo,
to do a gank
I
here.
think Mundo is also gonna come up top to back up.
Back up and just check for wards too. The junglers aren't able to do too much.
And here we have Rebenga taking damage again from Vayne. It's a good thing he didn't let that Silver Bolts proc, or else he'd be taking tons of damage.
Nidalee and Yorick still pretty even. Here's the trade.
And Emily Snoy, I believe, having the push advantage here because of how fast Cougar form.
Right, now that he's got the Cougar form,
very good
now
clear.
Push Yorick. Karthus going back here. Lux farming Wraiths just to keep her CS advantage up. She's still ahead of Karthus. That's good.
By around 17.
Yeah, and she's got her Athene's Unholy Grail,
which is a very strong, popular item these days on AP carries, like Orianna.
Right.
That CDR, that mana regen, that magic resist. Pretty strong item.
Clearing wards. Mundo's still clearing wards. Still first blood hasn't been drawn yet, 13 minutes in. I'm surprised.
Nor have we seen any tower downs.
Yeah, no tower downs. No gank. Well, I guess one gank. Junglers aren't seeing much action right now.
Well, I believe that would be because both teams have lineups with either good mobility or good sustain, so it isn't very easy to gank at a situation like this.
Skarner is playing, doing a lot of roaming, so you can see he's level 6 compared. Well, Mundo's got the level advantage, and if you look at mid's level 11. So, how hard will those abilities from Karthus be hurting Skarner if he even tries to come gank?
And Karthus is also somewhat hard to gank because he has that wall. Really slows for a big amount.
It's really easy to fall behind in levels as a jungler when you spend a lot of time roaming and you're not getting any ganks, you're not getting...
Your ganks aren't being successful enough.
Yeah, you're not getting any plays.
And here we could possibly see some action from MLE.
Skarner's coming here with the backup of Lux. Let's see if we can get a gank here. He's going to pull Sona.
Skarner with the impale on Sona.
Nice.
Oh, nice first blood.
First blood Lux.
Laser.
Great, great. 14 minutes in, 14 minutes and 30 seconds in, first blood is drawn.
By the Manila Aguilas. And here because of that gank, BKT was free to get Dragon.
BKD...
I believe it's a fair trade.
Yeah, that's a good trade there.
Kaigu gets a ton of gold, but BKT gets more overall gold, in my opinion.
Yeah, their whole team gets the gold benefit. And they got the top turret down. That's the first turret for the game.
Yeah.
Tier 1 turret down on top lane for BKT's down. There goes an ultimate.
Emily Kaigu being way ahead of gold compared to BKT Leah. Here we have Snoy going against Yorick.
One thing I noticed is Mundo I believe he just got his Heart of Gold. So that was his first GP5 item.
Pretty late, in my
pretty
opinion.
late. Skarner's had his for quite a while. Here comes
Lulu coming in to help.
We're going to see an ultimate here on Yorick.
Oh, a missed javelin. Oh, and Emily
nice
Snoy.
Karthus doesn't get the kill, though. Oh, that's what saved her. The heal and the shield.
Yeah.
That Lulu shield has come in handy. I think it saved Lulu once, and now it just saved Nilly.
Yeah. Emily VYY getting red buff. Red buff being pretty powerful on Ezreal. I think it applies to his Mystic Shot.
Any AD carry with red buff is pretty scary to deal with, just because you're continuously being slowed, you're being harassed.
Taking true damage because of that red buff.
BKT able to push this top lane here.
Yeah, they have a lot of free time.
Comes Snoy.
Attempting to defend the top turret. And here we have Emily trying to take down the bottom turret. Mundo defending it.
Yep. You gotta be careful of that Oracle's there. You don't want to lose that. Lux here farming with her laser, clearing that middle lane, getting Karthus out of there. Vayne taking golems. And this
here we have Emily Snoy roaming the enemy jungle.
Ezreal taking some damage from those annoying ghouls.
And Emily Snoy taking out a ward right there, top.
Skarner's ultimate is ready. Let's see
I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna die. That bottom turret not having that much HP left.
Nope. Yorick's just decided to give the turret to them, knowing that Skarner was there and didn't have much health left. Wards being put down. Skarner will clear that one right away. Yorick taking
and
some
Emily having the gold advantage here by around 2k.
Yeah, about 2,000 gold. Even with the dragon that BKT got, Emily's good farming abilities and the first blood and the second kill on Sona has really put them ahead here.
Kaigu having a really strong farming game here, like 198 CS in 18 minutes.
That's pretty. That's good farm. That's good farm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And notice he doesn't even have his level 2 boots. He's still.
I think he's gonna rush Rabadon after that.
Karthus doesn't have his level 2 boots either, so. But he's got that rod. The later the game goes, the stronger he gets.
Well, in terms of items, I think Emily VYY is close to getting his Trinity Force. Yep. He has that Phage for the slow and that Sheen.
And now I'm curious what Vayne's going to be building next. She's got the Zeal.
I think she's going to start with a Phantom Dancer, which I believe Vayne is one of the few AD carries where Phantom Dancer is a good first item. More attack speed to better proc Silver Bolts.
Just clearing wards here at top. Karthus about to get blue, but it is warded.
Maybe we might see Kaigu. He might attempt a laser steal.
Doesn't look like he's going to take that one. He's just going to go for the turret right now. Karthus coming back to defend his turret. Skarner and Mundo there.
Apparently, Emily is taking advantage of the early strength of their lineup. Them having a stronger lineup early on.
And Dragon should be soon. I didn't get a timestamp on that, but it should be up soon. So we got both teams clearing wards around Dragon. BKT should have the timer on that one, so they probably know more than MLE does.
And yeah, as expected, BKT is just playing defensively, aiming for that late game with where Vayne and Karthus will deal tons of damage when they reach that phase.
Karthus is doing a good job at catching up to CS against Lux.
Only down by 6.
Lux clearing those waves with the ultimate. It's on such a low cooldown that you can afford to do that. And looks like Ez has picked up his Triforce. That's a big buy for him.
Yes.
Oh, that's what she went for.
Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
Very good item on Vayne because that lifesteal allows Vayne to last longer in clashes.
Now if we look here, Yorick's sustain's going to be even better just because he's got the Spirit Visage, which will give him more health.
Better regeneration.
Yep.
And he also has that Manamune for more attack damage because his skills, they scale off
Here's
bonus
Dragon.
AD. And we might see Emily attempt to do Dragon.
Everybody gathering around Dragon. Here comes Ez. Vayne on her way down.
Nidalee on his way, but Snow is a little far off. Oh!
Flash burned. They burned a flash
Rebenko
there.
burned his flash. Laser by Kaigu.
Yorick burned his flash there too. Trying to get that slow off, I think.
Apparently,
So they gave them the Dragon, but look at...
Second Dragon by BKT.
and the Sona ult.
And Emily Misery's he's going down.
BKT
And
making big plays here.
But Emily Snoyer on the top lane is just split pushing there.
Yep, doing what Nidalee does best here. They're going to get a turret for that, so it is a Dragon for a turret. And they get Mundo
they
there.
kill Mundo.
Mundo just...
And I believe Emily will push mid turret down. Almost, it's at very low health.
Mundo just been out of place there. They get another turret. Emily gets another turret. They're still sitting good on a good gold advantage there. The guys are just going to go around. They're either going to buy or they're going to keep farming the jungle.
I think Emily is executing their push strategy pretty well.
Yeah, they are really taking advantage of Nidalee being able to split push. I mean, she can go up to a lane, split push, and she can be out there right away.
The other 4, Lux, Skarner, Ezreal, and Lulu, they've been able to hold their own against the 4v5 situations.
Yep. And yep, there the Lux has her cap now and the level 2 boots. She's got her Sorcerer's Shoe, so the damage is going to be coming. But as we can see...
here we can see, apparently the Bangkok Titans might attempt to push top lane.
Karthus is still working on his hat. He's still working on that hat. Doesn't even have his boots yet, his level 2 boots.
He hasn't been farming as well as Emily Kaigu. Kaigu having the advantage because of the kills.
Yorick's going to take this tower while MLE keeps pushing mid.
It's an okay trade in my opinion.
Yeah, this mid turret down for MLE is really going to give them some more
map
control advantage. Yeah, map control. We'll see. I think Yorick's just going to back. Oh, actually, he's going to keep pushing here. It looks like
split pushing.
Karthus going back. He's got enough for his cap.
I think Emily's gonna try to go get some kills. I mean, they're gonna push their advantage in terms of items and levels.
Yep. Everybody going back to buy, looks like. except for Kaigu. Will Nidalee be taking this, or will she give it to Ezreal?
I think Nidalee will take it.
Oh! Kaigu being taken down.
Kaigu going down by Vayne.
Don't think he knew there was a ward there.
I think the Bangkok Titans could possibly pull out a Baron. I think they're going to go for Baron.
Can this be a fast Baron?
Let's see how will Emily respond to this situation.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. Baron, yep. BKT gets the Baron here.
Oh!
Just barely. Just
almost
barely.
Getting that Baron.
That was a nice attempt by Ezreal there. They don't want to initiate on this.
Now it's Bangkok Titans with advantage here. I think they're gonna press the attack, take down mid turret.
Nice play by BKT there. And MLE's they're taking a lot of poke damage too.
That Vayne will almost have her Phantom Dancer.
I think Kaigu's back.
And let's see.
Skarner taking a lot of damage there. Just so much poke going back and forth. Vayne's ult has been popped. The Karthus
I think
wall.
BKT will fall back.
Well, BKT is able to stay pretty healthy with Sona there, and on top of that, they have the health regen from the Baron buff. So here comes
Karthus
Karthus
getting blue.
Tons of farm down here at bot. We'll see
Ezreal
take it.
Gonna take it.
They had to decide either Ezreal or Nidalee. It looks like Ezreal's gonna take it. She'll take the jungle.
And here we have Vayne completing her Phantom Dancer, and I think going for the QSS next.
Definitely going for the QSS to stay alive there.
To free herself from that Skarner ult.
Mundo's taken up the Aegis of the Legion. I'll give his whole team the benefits.
A lot of buffs in terms of armor, magic resist, and damage. A very good item.
A very good item, especially with Sona. Just
a very good team-based item.
Yeah, and Sona's passives from her abilities really giving BKT overall, the team-wise, more armor, more magic resist. Skarner missing the flash there.
Nice condemn.
Emily
Misery going down.
The damage. BKT's
and here a flash by Mundo chasing against Kaigu.
And
here we have Vayne.
Kaigu's going down.
Vayne dealing tons of damage.
Karthus ult, not getting anybody there, but still doing
damage. And apparently the Bangkok Titans have turned the tables.
The momentum is in Bangkok's favor here.
They still have the Baron buff, and Vayne has farmed pretty well.
And they've got the slight gold advantage too here. And they're going to get another turret down. Just so much poke here. Karthus wall.
I think they're going to go for this turret.
Yeah, they're going for this turret here. They get another turret down.
I think they can take this inhibitor down.
And then they'll back off after this.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
So what do you think Emily should do to get back in this game?
They've really just... Well, first they have to defend their mid lane. BKT is going to get Dragon right now. There's nothing...
That would be the third Dragon.
Yeah, there's nothing MLE can really do to stop them from getting Dragon right now. So this is going to give BKT even more of a gold advantage.
And BKT having a huge advantage now because that Vayne getting really good farm, coming close to that late game where she deals tons of damage. And also Karthus, it deals tons of area of effect damage.
Karthus taking up a blue pot. Vayne's got her Quicksilver Sash there. I mean, the best thing MLE can do right now is just farm. That's really what they're doing, and they know that's what they have to do to get back in this game. They have to wait out the Baron buff. It should be up pretty soon here. Yep, it's almost out. So once Baron buff is out, they do have a chance to,
And here we have Vayne initiating on Emily Snoy.
Snoy
going down.
Snoy getting caught. Trying to do something for the team. Trying to split push.
Careless move.
Nidalee is very slippery, but she can be caught with enough people there. And I think all of BKT was there, so she's not getting away from that. Looks like BKT is going to be starting to push this top lane.
They have they're ahead 5 kills to 3, and they're ahead by 2.5k gold.
And this is the thing about the League of Legends. You never know the outcome of a game based on statistics. Any team has a good chance of winning.
Yeah, Vayne's starting to snowball pretty hard now.
Yeah. Just like you said in the bans and picks, she's one of those hyper carries. If she gets kills,
if she gets to that late game phase with her item, she's almost unstoppable.
Very scary.
It's also hard to catch because her ultimate gives her stealth, and her tumble, she has really good mobility.
And as you can see, he's got that Quicksilver sash now, so Skarner has to think twice about using his ultimate on Vayne. Mundo just poking with his cleavers, and Yorick throwing out ghouls. Just a stalemate here at this turret as Nidalee defends mid.
And
we're going to see them take this turret here.
BKT taking down the second top turret of the Manila Eagles.
There's just not much
and
MLE can
there's
do
too
right
much pressure on MLE right now. The Bangkok Titans having really good poke at this stage of the game with Yorick's ghouls and Karthus lay waste.
And they know Emily knows they have to defend their mid. They can't just give that up. And right now BKT is just kind of able to roam the jungle, take what they want, push where they want.
But now I think Emily might have a chance because the Bangkok Titans no longer have their Baron buff.
Yeah, they just have to be very careful about their positioning. They don't want to be out in front and get caught by, any type of slow that they have, or even a Sona ult.
VYY not having his ultimate anymore. I believe he used it to farm bot lane.
Vayne's just doing so much damage, just every auto attack, and then on the Silver Bolt proc even more. And they're going to take MLE's blue here.
Really big for Karthus to get that blue buff. And I believe that the Bangkok Titans might attempt Baron. I think Baron will be up soon.
Yeah, they're checking for wards. They're dewarding it. They might just, they're just going to hang around. There's
now Baron is up, and the Bangkok Titans are starting Baron.
They have that
see,
perfectly.
Emily coming to...
Emily might just...
Karthus zoning out Emily, just poking them with a Q.
Here comes the Skarner. Lux trying to steal. Skarner going in.
Oh. And Misery couldn't steal that.
Here comes the ult.
And here Vayne just beating on Emily Snoy. Now Emily with a disadvantage here. They're really low. But they were able to take out Karthus.
But they're closing in on them. Burning flashes.
Yeah.
Munda,
I think they might dive them. Oh, here's Vayne.
Here's the dive. Vayne just does so much damage.
Kaigu just disappeared.
Nidalee going top. She's top pushing, trying to push. MLE's got their backs against the wall here.
This will be the second inhibitor for the Bangkok Titans.
Bangkok Titans might just get this inhibitor and keep pushing.
I believe they could also take down that bottom turret as well to press advantage.
They're going to back off here. They've got 2 inhibitors, and that's huge. Huge map control. They're just going to go ahead and go down the bottom lane and push that
Emily
one out too.
Just, their backs on the wall. They're down by around 6k gold. They have 2 inhibitors down.
There's just not much MLE can do right now. Again, BKT has Baron. They have map control, they have Baron, they have the gold advantage.
And Karthus has his, he's about to build his Zonia's ring for more survivability in clashes with that status active.
Yeah, that hourglass is really it's really annoying if you're going against it on any AP carry. And it looks like even Vayne's picking up more attack speed. She's picked up another Zeal.
I believe might be going for a second Phantom Dancer.
Yep.
Or possibly a Trinity Force.
And I think they know Dragon's going to be coming up here in a second. BKT has done a really good job of
holding the line and waiting for this late game to happen.
Yep, and also securing
And now
the objectives.
this will be the fourth dragon
Yeah,
of
fourth dragon
Bangkok
for
Titans.
BKT.
Purple team has slain the
They
dragon.
just melted that dragon. And now they'll continue pushing bot lane here. MLE's just got to hope for BKT to make a mistake, basically. They have to capitalize on a mistake that BKT makes. I mean, they're just at a disadvantage right now.
And I believe this tower is going down.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Just some poke going back and forth. While BKT waits for the next wave to come up.
Karthus opening up with his ultimate.
He's doing that just to poke them there. Let them get a turret.
Another turret down. I believe they're going to get a third inhibitor down.
This is bad news.
Vayne just pummeling that inhibitor down.
Has been destroyed.
Emily's got to make
Emily
a big play here.
Emily got Sona.
They got Sona.
That Vayne is having a lot of time to free it. Dealing tons of damage.
Just so much damage. Nice job on Nidalee there. Taking up a double kill.
And Snoy, he had that Guardian Angel up. Emily having a 5v3 advantage here. Being able to take down Sona and Karthus.
That actually came out better than I thought it would.
I believe that
Emily.
that was a good break for the Manila Eagles.
Unfortunately,
I think
their turret went down.
I think that the Bangkok Titans were a bit too reckless in how they played it out.
MLE's only got one turret left to defend their Nexus, and now they've got 3 lanes to defend against super minions. They're going to be staying in their base for a little
Vayne
while.
finishing her second Phantom Dancer.
Yeah.
That'll make her much more mobile. Because Phantom Dancer gives that move speed, that attack speed, that crit.
Yeah, the last fight there, Vayne was just able to basically... She wasn't even really targeted. She was at full health for quite some time and just going at the enemy.
Emily didn't pay good enough attention at Vayne. And here we have Sona buying Zeke's Herald, which goes really, really well with Vayne. It gives that attack speed and lifesteal aura.
On top of the Bloodthirster.
Yeah, Vayne will have really good sustainability right now and will have really fast attack speed.
Mundo leading the charge there. See that attack speed that Vayne has? It's just
2.1 attacks per second.
And they're just going to be clearing these lanes here. All MLE can do is just turtle at their last turret.
Impaled by Misery.
Big
Sona
ult's
ult.
going down. Lulu
Vayne
ult.
getting a lot of time to free it.
Can they focus
Emily
Vayne
VYY
down?
focusing down Vayne.
The heal.
Emily VY is
Just
going
so
down.
much damage from BKT.
And it's a GG.
That is a GG. So much damage.
That Vayne and Karthus, they were able to get the necessary farm to carry late game.
So much damage there. So for
our watch and win question tonight, what champion did Emily Kaigu use?
And you guys can answer this on the League of Legends Philippines Facebook page at facebook.com/lolph. And the first 15 summoners with the correct answer, non-edited, will win a code for a Iron Solari Leona skin
And a rune page.
So that's too bad. I think there's just way too much damage for them to deal with.
I believe that the Manila Eagles weren't able to abuse their early advantage. They weren't able to push fast enough because with the Vayne and the Karthus, they're like ticking time bombs.
Mm-hmm.
You let them get that farm, they're gonna go boom on you.
And I don't think it was just they weren't just able to capitalize on any early game ganks, which Skarner, Skarner is big on that, but he wasn't able to do that, So it's too bad for Manila Eagles. Hopefully they can learn from tonight's game and hopefully do better tomorrow
against the Singapore Sentinels.
So we want to thank everybody for watching tonight. I am Aknel.
And I am Sizen.
Check out my stream at twitch.tv/Aknel. And
and we have the Pacific Summoners League on November 4. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. For the LOL Philippine Summoners, please join.
And we'll see you guys at PSL.
Good night.
It is our honor to present the limited edition and exclusive fine-tuned motherboard Golden Board. We have created the ultimate in motherboard luxury for our customers in this special fine-tuned Golden Board, which will bring you an unrivaled computing experience. We have taken many strides in preparing this next generation motherboard, and we are pleased with the outcome. We are sure you will be too. We take pride in our product quality, and we stand by it. it is our honor to present the limited edition and exclusive fine-tuned motherboard Golden Board. We have created the ultimate in motherboard luxury for our customers in this special fine-tuned Golden Board, which will bring you an unrivaled computing experience. We have taken many strides in preparing this next generation motherboard, and we are pleased with the outcome. We are sure you will be too. We take pride in our product quality, and we stand by it.
Congratulations to the Taipei Assassins for winning the Season 2 World Championship.
But they never joined the room. They joined it.
Okay, so hello and welcome back to the Garena Premier League. This is week 19. This is day 2 as well as game 2. So I am your caster for today. I am Terry Tibbers. And we have a special guest.
Me.
So shy to introduce yourself as always. So welcome back. So for you guys, I hope you all enjoyed the first game. It was an epic match between MLE and BKT. And because MLE, Kaigu got caught out, just that wrong timing, I would have to say. That's why it led to the victory for BKT with the first Baron right there. It was very hard for them to come back from that. And here, before we move on to the second game of the day, we do have a short announcement regarding, well, not to say announcement, but more of like a message for you guys that KLH has come up with. And Dawn, are you prepared? You will be strategist for this, Revenge of the Hunters. You all lost to BKT. And now this is the last match you're going to have between KLH and BKT. So will you be able to regain your victory in this last battle with the new addition of a new jungler, NDD right there? In this case, Mundo play was quite strong, I would have to say overall. He did his job as the jungler.
I would say if BKT gonna pull off that same team comp, we shouldn't have a problem because we actually played that team comp as well. Yeah. So we should have an idea at least.
An understanding of how to
counter that play. But if let's say they pull out some crazy strategy, then we might be
you cannot adapt to respond to, there'll be something else. So you're not confident at all. You don't seem confident. Where's the confidence you have? As for KLH, are you confident? Will KLH win?
My team is confident.
Wow, he says his team is confident. So he himself is not that confident. And also just one more highlight will be for the Last Man Standing Hall of Fame tournament, which happened last week. And we do have the video up on our YouTube channel as well. So just want to say congratulations and for the winners of the Last Man Standing of 2012, where for the novice category it was the Disco Ninja using Jax, and intermediate will be Hyun Toy Diana.
Ten Toy.
Hyun Ten Toy. That's how pronounced?
Yes.
Hyun Ten Toy Diana. What does it mean? Does it have a special meaning?
I think it's Thailand.
Or it's Oriana, and Advance with Empire Emperor as Jace right there. So congratulations to you guys, and I hope you guys will continue to join. Well, we most probably have the same event coming up next year as well. Definitely. The Last Man Standing. Who will be the king of it all? And congratulations to everyone out there.
Yeah, why wasn't I informed about this? Could have joined.
Why? Because you're a jungler.
Oh, true. True story.
So yeah. So because for the next game we do have the BKT against the KLH coming right up the next game. And so let's go introduction of the team. So we do have the new member for BKT. Can we just take a look at the players' profiles, I would have to say. And here we go. Can we actually see it properly for our side? It's blocking. And here we do see the AD carry, BKT MVM.
Yeah, so the two new members is actually BKT NDD and BKT SKLZ. From the past few games that you guys have watched, they actually been performing quite well, I would say. And I mean, they managed to beat MLE, they managed to beat us. So I'm looking forward to see how they will play against us in just a few minutes.
So definitely this is something that we are going to look out for, I would say, because NDD, not to say, looks quite old a bit.
Yeah.
new addition into the player. He's 24 years old now. And the new players, they seem to be fine. Since you're getting older and older in terms of that, and seem better veteran players out there in BKT which haven't shined through themselves in the scene, maybe Thailand side. So this will be very interesting to see all the new things. So yeah. So on KLH side, we do have a regular 5. As you can see, Ruby sitting right here. You can see his handsome face. I think everyone's commenting that he's handsome. So based on other people, highlight them a bit. We do have the APT carry Golden's top as Monkey's jungle Epion, support Hakane and AD carry with Jeong playing for today. So before we just move into the game, for it to start, what do you have been planning the strategies for KLH?
Yep.
So some first-hand knowledge of what might be played for today, or is it going to be based on counter-picking the opponent overall?
I think we are actually for these last games we are quite reserved. You won't really pull out some crazy strategy. It's more like we're just gonna play champions that we are more comfortable with and just see how the games goes, I guess. But it's up to Golden's whether he's gonna choose whether to pick a certain strategy or just go with whatever.
Go whatever like that. Okay, so we do see that the Golden's lately has been playing a lot of Morgana. Even though like Morgana has been more or less like a less famous pick already overall. Like she used to be a top ban, top pick, but after new champions have been released, after the bans, the buffs and nerfs of champions, things like that, she has fallen out quite a bit. Why is that?
I would say it's not really Morgana or some champions are OP. It's more like people just don't know or just don't really know how to fight or how to go against Morgana, because a lot of people when they fight against Morgana they just fly into Morgana, then Morgana just ulti and you just die. So, I mean, there weren't big nerfs to Morgana to herself, but I think a lot of people just learn how to fight against Morgana in lane and especially in team fights. They just, they know how to deal with Morgana now.
I see. So yeah, so this will be something to see because I have to say whether Golden still wants to rely on and pick back Morgana. I would say he's doing a good job on it, but we just have to see whether, right now for this match, what's going to happen. I know that you've been training there for lane swapping and then as well as champion selections for poke competition, or team fight base, as well more AoE base. So like, what do you think? What do you think is best suited for KLH overall? You've seen them play some...
I think our style is more towards that catch someone and transition into controlling their buffs and objectives around the map. So I mean, we tried a heavy team fight team comp and or a heavy split pusher or a heavy mobility team comp, but it didn't really work out for us. So as I said, we're just gonna fall back to our comfortable champions right now.
Okay. Since it is at the end of GPL, just want to rack up as much experience as well as confidence, I would have to say.
Yeah.
Before we transition to the new season next year. So yeah, so this is an exciting match to see whether KLH will be able to so-called land their revenge, I would have to say, because they were the second team to lose to BKT, sadly. I believe. Was it second? Yeah. And then SGS followed after that. Yeah. So this will be the last time you have the chance to beat them, I would say, as a team.
Still have next year. Okay, not next year.
I mean, next year is like so late. It'll be so late from now. So yeah. What do you think? What are the odds for this match?
I'm a bit worried, but
it should be just fine.
Should be fine, I think.
Okay, so right now we're gonna move into the champion selection screen, and with KLH on the blue side, first pick, first ban, and BKT second pick, second ban. So just waiting for the bans to happen. Maybe Jace being taken off, because in this patch Jace has been brought down quite a bit in terms of his overall, the knockback. There's no more base damage, and it really does reduce a lot of the overall damage that Jace can burst out in the early stages. So do you think that Jace is not going to be that aim for ban? We can see actually right there, the first ban going to be Vayne for BKT side. They do not want Jeong to use Vayne at all.
Yeah, Vayne, I mean, if you let Vayne farm, you just can't deal with her true damage at all. No matter, even though you have Frozen Heart or Randuin's Omen, you can't really negate a true damage champion. So
yeah, definitely. And here we see Ben's definitely going to be Blitzcrank. This is actually, I would say KLH fear, I would have to say. You know, somehow they can't seem to dodge anyone's grabs. I see this so far in GPL.
You can't fight against that particular champion.
Yeah, I know, we just can't see to respond and fight well against the particular champion, so it's just best to ban it, I would say, instead of screwing your whole composition right up. And you do see Muno being banned out there. Muno, one of the stronger junglers right now, I would have to say, overall.
I believe it's more it's like a targeted ban towards the new BKT member.
Because he was playing it very well, and they just want to remove it to see whether he has anything up his sleeve. Because Muno might be his best champion, so he might be able to play other junglers, but might not be that well overall. And we see the last ban going to be Malphite. The second ban for BKT going to be Rengar right there. Even though after his nerfs, a lot of people are still taking him out. Yesterday we did see Tofu play Rengar, and he played it off very well. It was very strong.
So we see an insta-lock Lux from Goldens. So maybe
I was going to say, is this going to be a repeat of the last match where we will see someone get caught right there?
I hope not.
I'm just saying, you know. You see Timo, will it be a Locky Timo? Maybe BKT is going to do the Yoda team that TPA did and show us who the boss is right there for the Halloween day, maybe. It's be something interesting to see if Timo does get locked in right here, right now. Is it going to be AP mid Timo, which you're always talking about?
I hope so. I mean, now is the time to pull all these strategies.
To see whether it works, right?
I mean, I think if Leia is going with that TF, I don't think they'll pick Timo anymore,
So we do see, it's going to be a Timo and Shen being taken up. And we have, I've heard you mention that in Korea, Shen is actually being played more of a support. Or is it just jungler actually?
Shen, last time they used to play Shen, I mean if you pick Shen, he's always going to go top. But nowadays you have Rengar, you have Aurelia, you're more likely to pick Shen for that jungler role. As a support Shen,
I remember you mentioned it before.
I think Hagane was the one who mentioned it, but I've never seen it in Taiwan or in our own server.
I see, okay. But we can see that, I think it will be a top share for this matchup, I would have to say.
So KOH actually gave 2 global champions to BKT, so I'm more worried about KOH right now.
Yes, 2 global champions is very hard to deal with, especially
if you see those plays, I mean, even yesterday's KOH picked Shen and TF, right? Shen and another global, I think Nocturne. They managed to pull up a very nice combo to gain those advantages at bottom lane. So now they gave up those key global champions to BKT, and I'm not too sure what my own team doing right now.
You do see Jace being picked up, most probably going to go onto the hands of Monkeys for the top lane. Terry being taken down as well. So if Terry is being taken off, I believe it will be either Corki or Andrew being taken off. One of the best few champions to match up with it. Maybe even Grace. But Grace, after his nerf onto the buckshot, has been seeing less light in terms of overall competition. And so we'll just have to see what KLH picks and responds onto this. And we do see, someone in the chat IIC saying that Nocturne is going to be the pick for a jungler for the side of KLH, but instead it's actually going to go onto the side of BKT right there. So you did a misguess, I would have to say.
So if BKT picks Soraka, they will have 5 global champions, and I don't know why my own team giving all these champions to BKT.
So it's actually going to be similar champions pick from yesterday. There's going to be a Jarvan and once again Jace for the top. And Tarek being taken off, so will we see Corki as the AD carry for today, or is it going to be a Jace and Tarek at the bottom lane? What do you think? Has Jaeyoung used that before? Jaeyoung, has he used Jace as an AD carry before?
We tried, but I don't think it's his style. Because
it's his style.
Yeah. Okay. No, it doesn't fit his style because he likes champions that have that jumping capability, like Tristana, like Tristana, Israel.
Ability, a dash-in type style of ability. Okay. So the last pick, most probably going to be Corki, or is it going to be a random right there? We do see... Never mind, we just see this Corki. We picked up right there. And here we're going to see the last pick for the side of PKT is going to be the support. So is it going to be Lulu once again? Soraka.
5 globals. What other supports have globals?
So, Soraka. As you count Shen as a support, and then you use something
GP
else.
Support. GP support.
Okay, GP support. GP is considered under support, I believe.
I think so.
If you search under support, he is considered a support, actually. Yeah. So if they do pick GP for all the overall global stuff, maybe Ash, you go support Ash. But no, it is going to be Lulu right there. And with all the capabilities of diving in, I would have said Lulu is actually quite a good pick overall for the style of BKT. So in terms of overall team composition, let's not even talk about team fight. Let's talk about the lanes getting ganked like a boss. We're gonna see how well KLH responds to this, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about ganking, I believe Jarvan have more pressure than Nocturne, because Nocturne, before he reached level 6, the only thing he can do is walk to the lanes, while Jarvan can actually use his flat combo to pass through normal
the
terrains to avoid those usual wards location on the map.
Yeah, definitely something that we will be looking out for this season. Because yesterday we did see Eplon's using Jarvan. He managed to do some okay setups that tried to gank, but let's see whether he can be able to do better for today. And here we see as we move into the delay, so you're just going to take a look at the overall skills. Those rules and masteries. I'm actually going to look at skills because, as well as NDD, because I'm just interested personally. Because skills does have exhaust as the shed at the top lane. Not going to be too aggressive. Not going to take up ignite. And here we see 8 magic resist at level 18, 8 magic resist, 13 armor and flat physical damage. Okay, quite understandable.
Yeah, but his masteries is...
his masteries is...
8.
Oh, 921. Oh, you're looking at the wrong one, that's why. Looking at NDD. And here we do see 921 right there, going for the armor penetration, the basic user stuff, as well as the cooldown reduction in terms of for defense mastery. So something basic for basic Shen would be to take up, I would have to say.
The surprising one is actually if you see the Noxton. Oh, never mind. I got bugged just now. I thought he actually took the magic penetration mastery.
Okay, let me just take a look because you thought it was a bug. Here, let's take a look at runes first for Nocturne. Attack speed, physical damage, armor pen, 13 armor, and 24 magic resist. This actually works out quite well overall for Nocturne, I would have to say. The attack speed does help him clear out the jungle waves quite fast, and the armor penetration will help him in terms of when he goes for the gank, he will do much more damage because his first skill Q will increase his base damage if he stays on to it. And for the masteries, it's going to be more defensive, not 21-9. Instead, going to be from the 9-21, which is much more something what most junglers take up right now. The more basic stuff. So yeah, let's take a look at Epion's maybe. Yesterday he did play jungle Jarvan, and it is going to be the same thing. Going to be the attack speed as well as the flat damage for Quintenses. And masteries wise, it's going to be the same thing, but instead of taking Enlightenment or Honor Guard, actually going to take out Resistance. What do you think about that?
I mean, +6 magic resist is actually quite useful if you are quite aggressive early on. I mean, when you don't have those items that gives you a lot of magic resist. So, I mean, if you don't need the magic, you don't need the regen or you don't need the cooldown, might as well you get the magic resist. Because sometimes when you play a jungler, you don't have the magic resist. When you try to gank, the enemy can actually burst you down before you can actually get the kill. So
it's definitely, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but in terms of a lot of junglers, they don't take it because when you're jungling, you don't need it.
Yep.
I would have to say.
I guess it's more for the team fight, not really for the jungle.
So lastly, just going to take a look at Jaehyung's rune for BB. He plays a very unorthodox rune sets. He actually goes for 16 flat damage, and then for his armor he goes for flat armor, but for his glyphs he actually goes for magic regen. Mana regen for BB. But for Jaehyung's side, it's going to be the standard AD build. As well as for the mastery, it's going to be more aggressive. Going to be aggressive in terms of getting the extra health over here, the extra armor, and going for 21-9. But for BB, he played 21-2-7. He utilizes getting meditation instead. So he really just want to spam out in the lane and be able to win overall just by his burst damage in lane for BB. So a slight difference. Here we see Jaehyung going for more defensive, and then for the side of BB, going for more offensive in terms of overall spam.
I believe it actually depends on what kind of support you have. So let's say you have a support that can actually heal you up, so you don't really need a lot of armor or magic resist to sustain the lane. So you can actually get more mana to do more harassment in the lane.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so here we see as we're going to move into the game very quickly. I would have to say 70-30 in the favor of BKT for this matchup. What do you think? Would you think I'm being biased or unfair for KLH?
BKT definitely have a very strong lineup, but if KLH can catch someone, because they have the Lux, they have the Jarvan Flag Toss, so if they can actually catch BKT one by one, like I said, that's our fallback strategy. They can actually do well in this game.
Very well. So right now we're just going to move into the game right now. And actually, never mind, it's been a pause once again. There is a slight connection error right there for the side of BKT. So we're just going to wait out for that to be done before we move back in. So talking more about that, one thing good about Jace is that he's actually quite a fast tower pusher overall, just by switching his weapons. Yes, he does get a passive proc for switching the mini mode. It does do the magic damage onto the turret as well.
Oh, alright.
So if Shen does teleport down for the team fight or even to the mid lane, it just depends on how well monkeys can push, I would have to say.
I guess that was the whole plan actually. I mean, you know that this global team, they want to combo their ultimate together. So instead of actually fighting them back, you just take the tower at the top lane. No one is gonna contest that tower anyway.
So like they're not gonna care more like abandoning some parts but getting advantage from there.
Like,
so it just
it's like you go to bottom to get a kill. Never mind, I'll just take your tower. If you just stay there longer, we'll take another tower. This kind of thing. Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah, that's something definitely. So right now we're gonna move into the game, and here we see all the boots being bought out. Oh, you really see Tarek actually buying boots as well, boots and 2 wards. So if he's gonna use the 2 wards to defend the jungle, he's gonna be blind in the lane. So I would have to say this is gonna be something they have to decide how well this is gonna play off. I mean, for Tarek and Leona, as well as Blitzcranks, if you do get the boots and 2 wards, it is in your favor in terms of aggression. But with Lulu's little land slowing people down, I don't see how to explain. Here we see they do run on to Nocturne, and Nocturne does burn his flash right there just to dodge the bind from Goldens. So one flash being burnt down already. Early start just for this start, slightly just because one summoner is burnt down, is in the favor.
Yeah, the best time for any player to get into that bush is actually around 30 seconds. So if you actually
exceed
that time, you might as well not go into there because there's probably someone there already.
But let me check. I think Monkeys has not taken up a skill. I mean, but if Monkeys did take out Acceleration Gate earlier, they would actually be in the bush much earlier than 30 seconds, and then they might have been able to secure the kill onto NDD. So I don't see a reason not to take up the Acceleration Gate.
Oh, what's the melee spell for the Acceleration Gate?
Is
it the knockback?
Yeah, the knockback. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it is the Thundering Blow. In the face right there. Slapped in the face, I would have to say. Yeah, so I mean, I would take that. It just gives the CC as well. It gives your overall movement speed boost to your teammates. Like just now, if Nocturne was there, they saw him coming. It's about his enter. Get open the gate first, and then switch to, and this Tarek stun, switch to mini mode, run behind and hit him back.
Yeah, but I mean Nocturne, he have his flash up as well as the spell shield, so it's quite hard to engage on him for that first.
Yeah, but he blindly went into the brush. If you had used the Acceleration Gate earlier, the whole team would have been there already. Sure. That's what I'm pointing out, I would have to say. And here we do see NDD going to move on to the red buff first instead of the blue, which is something Nocturne normally should be doing actually, because once they get the red buff, they're able to clear jungle waves much faster overall with the passive as well as the help of the red buff fucking true damage onto the jungle minions. And we can see that Ipion's doing the same thing actually as Jarvan. And when you see early gang going up, but here we do see the ward that's catching out. He is moving into the blue buff. They all know he's moving out, that he might be caught. No, he's actually going to go for a gang. But he does see that oh, wow, Sister Fate actually trying to bait him to stay there, I would have to say. And here we see Lilia pulling Ipions away, wasting a lot of time. Not that much, a lot of time in terms of early stage, because you want to get the early levels and clear off the jungle buffs much faster. And here we see for the blue buffs in the side of NDD, it's going to be cleared out much quicker, and at the same time, this will mean that the blue buff will be much earlier up for BKT. And then if they do decide to counter jungle, they'll be safe to take their own blue and then move into the opponent's.
Yeah, but the thing is, because of that pressure from it alone, you don't really the KLH side of blue, is not gonna spawn at the usual time, so it's actually quite.
I mean, they can prepare for it. I mean, they'll be much more prepared for it because, like, then when we see here a fight going on, NDD going to come in, try to get a kill down. The glitter lens misses, and Jayon is being taken down to a lot of health, but he does walk it out of safety. Now, I'm just talking in terms of, wow, here we see NDD going to charge him once again. Wow, just being a boss, just even going to stay in the brush to recall right there. Here the fear might proc off. No, it doesn't proc off as NDD does not want to go out too far, and just just putting a lot of pressure on the bottom lane right there. They know that Jaeyoung is one of the main carries for KLH, I suppose, and this is what it is, applying a lot of pressure. And here we see
Hagane face checking the bush
right there in their faces right there, like a boss, I would have to say. No, but I was like, just about the blue buff side, I was like thinking, like, you see, when you know the blue is up at the same time, both junglers happens to start at the blue, so you have to decide whether the whole team goes to counter jungle or protect or secure your own blue.
Yeah.
But once the timing is different, and if they do clear the blue buff timer on the side of BKT, they'll know when it spawns up. When they take their blue and they see it coming up with Twisted Fate and Shen, it's actually very easy for them to try to steal it, I would have to say.
Yeah.
In terms of overall global presence and composition. Yeah, so here we see, well, Jaeyoung as Corki and Tarek, Hagane as Tarek, is going to put a lot of pressure onto the bot lane, as Lulu can slow them down, but is unable to stop them directly unless she uses Polymorph, but that uses all of her mana or for the skill combination. And Lulu is also one of the supports which is very mana hungry. Here we see moving on to MVM, then the Shatter goes down and the stun goes off, but Jaeyoung actually taking much more damage than he should, I would have to say. Lulu
with
she got more damage.
Her Q and the shield that gives
the shield picks, does do much more damage.
Yeah, extra auto attack damage for Israel.
And here we see a gank seeming to happen in mid and at top. And we do see that the mid, once again, just pushing Liao back. Not going to allow him to farm as freely as he wants. But here we do see top. Monkey's being a bit safe. I don't think he spotted. I don't think he had a ward there. But NDD just going to move back. Not going to waste much time at the top lane. And here we see Zeras. The slow does go on. Jaeyoung is forced to use his flash. The flash comes in for MVM. But the exhaust does go on from Hagane. Does stop Jaeyoung from getting killed. But right now, this is the best timing for BKT to have burned the flash onto Jaeyoung, I would have to say.
Yep.
Because Twisted Fate is about to hit level 6. And then with the flash down, he knows that if he does do gank bottom, there's only Valkyrie up and ready for him to run away. And it's not going to be far enough to run away from a Twisted Fate.
That's why sometimes you don't just look at a gang as a failed gang, because it might lead up to another gang in the next.
Successful gang later on in the game. So yeah. And here we see, Skill is going to be very aggressive, going to try to deal all the damage onto Monkeys. Oh, but actually not going to fall back, actually going to continue fine. Here we see a good knockup by Ipions and the pause right there.
I think Shen actually
I think Shen DC right there, because he's actually about to die, so this is going to be a free first blood for KLH, just because of the DC.
I mean, he still have his exhaust and flash up, so...
Yeah, but the time he reconnects, he needs to and spam that flash. And if Monkeys did just use the ignite, and then he does his flash up as well. So yeah, yes, and skills just DC right there. So this is going to be a first side advantage from the connection purpose for the side.
We can see the future. If we are wrong, I don't know. You're the one who called it on me.
We shall see. So yeah, let's just do this short AMA question, I suppose. Let's just look at the IRC chat, whether anyone has been saying anything interesting, or they think our site / our stream today seems to be a bit off, I think. Is it? The quality is bad? I'm not so sure. The quality sucks? Oh, okay. So apparently, somehow we don't have any drop frames, but overall quality-wise, it's not so good. Oh, and then a delay. Wow. Not sure what's happening right there. So we apologize right there. We have no choice because YouTube is our main service to use for streaming normally, but it is down. So in terms of using the live stream event thing, so we can't really help. So actually, this is our backup. So yeah, but it's fine. So please bear with us for today and areas. Condescending Thieves is condescending. Wow, what am I supposed to say? Like areas right there. So you just going to wait for BAT skills to SKLZ or skills. Oh, you pronounce it skills, right? I believe most players right there. In terms of the for our side. Yeah, so we'll be first-blooded. Let's use bad English right there. First-blooded. Be taken down by Jace at the top lane, most probably, I would have to say. Or maybe they're not going to be connect back, and this is going to be a free walkover for KLH. It's taking quite a long time. Not sure whether...
What do you mean free walkover?
Is it because BKT side cannot play? So we're going to walk over
but
the spec.
They have more gold than us. Isn't the rule says that we should lose? I mean, I'm not going to be unfair to them.
I thought. I mean, it is just the beginning of the game. It can't really be determined by that. I would have to say. You know, like normally, it is like normally you see like 20 minutes. I would have to say when it's time to surrender, they'll match it from there. I would have to say not so early in the stage because it's hard to determine.
I mean, a lot of tournaments, if you pass that first blood or pass the first 5 minutes, they will
yeah.
can't really restart the game anymore.
Can't really restart the game.
It's either both team lose or